Welcome to everybody on this snowy November to the Conservation Commission meeting around, let's see, I just wanted to say that 15 years ago tonight, it was a night just like tonight, and my horse that I have now was being delivered.
Oh my God.
And the transport was a huge tractor trailer truck, but it's like a hotel inside for horses.
Mm-hmm.
And Beartown Road was not plowed. They could not make it up the hill.
Oh, gee.
So I ran down to the snowplow person that was living on Beartown Road. Thank God, you gotta get the plow out. I've got these horses. These are show horses in this.
Oh my.
But the guy driving the transport was able to back around, and this is after 2 hours. Nobody could get up the road, totally blocking everybody. And I ended up with a brand new horse, the wind blowing, the snow flying, walking her a mile to my house up the road. He could not get up there.
She's probably been the best horse ever.
She was so brave and bold. She looked around and it was like, I'm ready. So it was good. But it was tonight and it was November 10th. Yeah, so, or maybe it was November 11th, but almost the same. So anyway, welcome everybody. Yeah.
Maybe our around the room observations are just that it's a sort of an early, all of a sudden snow.
I think so.
But I don't know. That's
Yeah.
my observation.
Yeah. So, yeah, welcome. I see that we have no members of the public with us tonight. And so we don't have any public comments. Yeah, so around the room, do we want to start that?
Yeah, Karen, I think you just have to hit record on the bottom left.
It says recording.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Oh, I see it now. Good. We're recorded. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You guys hear me yet?
I was just remarking, Scott, that I actually got this going all by myself tonight. So
Good deal.
yeah. So anyway, all right. So around the room, do we have observations?
Oh, I was walking and saw a big mound of bear scat. That was very exciting. Complete with apples and who knows what, but I don't really have any observation other than it's amazing snow.
See, my observations are that actually I like the season of the sticks because you can really see the hills and the trees and the outlines. And I was saying to Lori that the grouse, there seem to be a lot of them. Every time I go into the woods, or a whole bunch of them just start, you know,
Oh, neat.
yeah, lots of flapping. And that's sort of fun. And I was over at Crane Brook about a week ago, and it is magnificent in this time of year. You know, walking all the way down from the kiosk down to Irish Settlement Road.
Oh, yeah.
And the wetlands are beautiful. It's
Subtle colors and textures. Yeah, it's pretty neat. The moisture has caused the moss to be so emerald green.
it is. It's like a bed for fairies and well, not gremlins, but some sort of
Well, kind of gremlins.
Trolls.
maybe.
about
Big
gremlins. Yeah. Lori, have any?
Not at the moment. Yeah, nothing that I can really think of for new observations.
Any major sensations for you?
You know, business as usual. I was about to come down the road tonight, but then I figured it was just too snowy and wanted to stay cozy. So
Are you feeling elbows and things like that in your belly?
a little bit sometimes, yeah. It's happening.
Neat.
Scott?
Yep, no real observations here either. Yeah, it's been pretty quiet.
We can't really hear you. Can you turn up your speaker or something?
How about now?
There.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not working with my headphones very well. So, oh well.
All right. No observations either.
No, pretty quiet.
Well, then I think we're ready to do the small talk. And what I can do is, it's not called share my screen, it's make organizer. Is that what I want? Okay. So Scott will be providing the small talk tonight. And yeah,
Okay.
it's Lyme disease.
Ooh, good.
Wow.
Like the logo.
Yeah. So yeah, I just did some. I was reading a book somewhere about Lyme disease, and just got really interested in kind of the details on how it's spread and the little bacteria type things that make it happen. So. So the things that kind of spread it, the actual bacteria, are called spirochetes, and they're funky-looking little corkscrew things, and they're that way so that they can kind of get through tissues and that they can move and move through bodies and other things. They've been around for billions of years. Some of them are actually good for us, so they'll be in our guts. There are certain spirochetes in our guts that help us break down things. There's spirochetes in the soil that help break down stuff, and like in the guts of termites, there's like 4 different kinds that help break down wood. So otherwise termites would starve without spirochetes, and then wood would not break down as quickly in the forests, and that would go kind of ripple across. So they do some good things, but they also do the bad things that they're probably most famous for. So they can cause Lyme disease, of course, and that's ticks, but also mosquitoes, biting flies, and other bugs can actually, biting bugs can, spirochetes live in them, and they can be spread through, through the bites. Other spirochetes can spread syphilis, leptospirosis, or a relapsing fever. So if you get a fever and it goes away, and then you get another fever and it just keeps happening, that can be from a tick bite or from lice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They are curious creatures.
They are.
Shape.
So Borrelia burgdorferi. I had to look that up right before the meeting, how to say that. But that's the actual spirochete, or the genera, the different genuses of spirochetes that are spreading Lyme disease. So that they probably first evolved from other spirochetes about 100 million years ago. The oldest was found in Otzi the Iceman, 5,300 years ago. That's the oldest found in a human. And they think it moved from Siberia to North America 30 to 100,000 years ago, and then from here to Europe after 1492. So it's actually named not after a person like a lot of bacteria and other things, but was discovered in Old Lyme, Connecticut in 1975. The symptoms before then, before they knew what it was, they were idiopathic, so the causes were unknown. You just say, well, I've got arthritis from something, or I've got heart disease from something. Maybe it's just genetic, but now find out that maybe, but maybe also it's these little Borrelias. After Lyme was identified, it also didn't, they didn't instantaneously, doctors didn't instantaneously know, oh, now we know what is Lyme and what's not. It's taken a lot of time, a lot of research to find out which symptoms can be linked to it, the different genera of Borrelia as they find them. You know, they're kind of finding how they compare different symptoms with different different genus of the spirochete. And they're also just finding like other things. You know, it's like you know, personally, it's interesting to me is like autism too, because my son is on the spectrum. Is that, you know, is it a rise of autism or is it a rise of diagnosis and finding out what's responsible for different things? So the CDC used to say that there were 20,000 infections a year, probably like 15 years ago or 20, and now it's updated, and I think it's more like 476,000 a year of just Lyme disease. That's not including other tick-borne illnesses like ehrlichiosis and anaplasmosis, but just Lyme disease in the USA. There are a lot of symptoms. Probably best known is the arthritis, the joint pain. It can stick with. It can be even after you get antibiotics. It can stick with you for your whole life. My wife had Lyme disease, and she still has flare-ups of arthritis and other problems because they can get all over your body. They can be in your joints. They can be in your heart and cause heart disease. They can be in your brain or in your spinal fluid and cause nervous or neurological disorders. And then those things can also lead to cancer, or they think it could also directly cause cancer by damaging DNA. So these are not our friends. And they're always finding new genera. So they thought, well, there's a spirochete that causes this. And now by 2005, they thought, well, there's 12 different spirochetes that can cause different or combined symptoms. And now it's more, by 2015, it was 20. Yeah, so as the research grows, they can hopefully learn which genera of the Borrelia can cause different symptoms and maybe come up with vaccines. Okay, Lyme disease and Vermonters. So we are second only in the nation for the highest cases of Lyme disease, with 202.8 per 100,000 people. And since you just mentioned tick season is also getting longer due to climate change. And so there are fewer freezing days. There's more opportunities for them to get on you. They can breed, the ticks can breed more, so they're just spreading more and more. But we need more knowledge and more experience, and hopefully come up with more and quicker diagnoses. There's a lot of research, but compared to, you know, when you start looking into it, the amount that we don't know about these spirochetes and about Lyme disease and how to effectively treat the long-term effects is it's pretty staggering how much we don't know. And then prevention, of course, not getting a tick bite is the best way. So cover your skin with long pants and sleeves. Permethrin is really useful, but it's also extremely poisonous to cats. So don't wear those clothes around Inoki or other beautiful cats. Avoid long grasses and check for ticks directly after you come inside. So you don't want to wait too long. I am guilty of that a lot. I think, well, I'll check later. But then I think, well, it can leave my pants and get onto the couch and then onto a cat or onto another person or something. So it's good to check directly after you come inside. And the usual rule of thumb is 24 hours. The tick has to be attached to you for 24 hours for you to get a Lyme infection, but that's not 100% true. The book that I'm reading, and the author's pretty funny. I think he's biased pretty well against the kind of the knowledge that's out there about Lyme. But he said it could be, you know, these spirochetes can be in the gut, they can be way back in the tick and then have to work their way forward as the tick bites you. And as getting the blood in, they kind of, you know, give and take or come in as the blood is coming in, the spirochetes go out into you, and that can take a while, but they could be up at the mouth of the tick. If the tick just left another creature or something, there could be spirochetes near its mouth, and it really could be 10 minutes, which would be the extreme case. Not to freak anyone out, but but it could be up to 72 hours. So there are a lot of variables, but it is good to check yourself right away. The bullseye rash is a good indication, but it doesn't happen with every infection, and you should get treated immediately because we think with my wife that it was just we didn't see a bullseye, so we don't know if she was bitten a year before, 2 weeks before, 5 years before. We have no idea. So you don't always get the bullseye. You don't always get the same symptoms. But if you do have the symptoms, or there's an engorged tick, or you have reason to suspect it, the good advice is to, we don't always want to take antibiotics, but in this case, it might be better safe than sorry, especially if your doctor thinks so. And that's my small talk. And this is the book, Healing Lyme by Buhner. And then I did a bunch of Wikipedia stuff, of course, and Googling. And then the CDC website, there's a link there. And I can share this with you guys too if you want.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna suggest, can that go on our webpage? Is there a way to put your presentation on our UCC webpage? Would that be something that would be sent to Lori and then she puts it on?
Our webpage with the town's webpage, you mean? I think that's something Amanda would put on for
Oh,
us.
I meant Amanda, I didn't mean
Yeah.
Lori.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, then I thought, do we have another one?
Yeah.
Private?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be nice to collect our small talks too over time. And
Yeah. Do you have her email address?
Yep.
Amanda
Bosley.
Bosley.
Yeah, I could send it to you I don't have it in my head.
It should be on the email that I sent the agenda on. She's in.
Yeah, I've got her email.
Oh,
Yeah,
super.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'd wanted to change the first slide because it was the PowerPoint special thing. I don't know what that button is, but maybe Mansfield would be better.
So one of the things that I found is that when you do get a tick bite, it depends on who you call to start to give you a prescription for the antibiotics.
Right.
Oh.
For me, when I call my physician, it goes to the nurse, and then I have to send a picture of it. And then before she'll even pass the note on to the provider, which just seems a little odd. And then if I know that my son called the immediate care and just said, I just need a prescription. And they said, well, we just want you to hold tight. And then if you get sick, then we'll give you the prescription for Doxy, which he didn't do. He did something else. He went to another place. But so they don't necessarily want to provide that degree of reassurance, I guess is the way to look at it, that the sooner you start, the sooner it gets solved. It's the same with vets and the horse. I used to have a vet, and if I said I found a tick, it was like an emergency, and he would be there. And then some other vets I called, and by the way, she has some ticks. We found them on her. Well, let's see what her blood says. So it's hard.
It can take quite a while too for the blood test to come back, because it takes quite a while for it to be enough in the system that it shows up in a blood test. That's why usually doctors, they'll say, well, you've got a bullseye, let's hit you with Doxy.
Yeah. I think the other is Lyme associated with the bullseye, and then like anaplasmosis does not have a bullseye, or is it?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we got really unlucky in our house, and I think we were in some CDC like not like a study, but because I had anaplasmosis, my stepdaughter had ehrlichiosis, Cmsn or something, and then my son had anaplasmosis, and my wife had Lyme. So not all at the same time.
that's hard.
Wow,
Yeah,
a little of everything.
I don't think I
Yeah.
want to come and go for a walk around your house.
That was all back in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Mhm. Thank you,
Yeah, thank you very
Very-
much. That was really good.
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah. And it would be good to have it on the website, because a lot of folks have asked for information. Remember about Lyme disease in particular.
Mhm.
So that's really handy.
Amanda's really great about putting stuff on, so it should be no problem.
And as we swing into spring, at Green Up Day, would you mind if we had some copies of your presentation? At the town garage, we have a lot of different information. People ask for things about ticks, Lyme disease, and would that be okay?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, thank you. So, next on the agenda is the Crane Brook updates. Do you have updates?
I do.
Okay.
I think this is new information. Russ would like to have some guidance in terms of some muscle and help with direction when the walkway goes in. And Brad had been very much forthcoming in saying that he was willing, that Russ and the crew will do it now, just have to coordinate when and who could be there to help when it's being lifted to place it. So that's one thing. I met with Marcy, and the map is coming along really nicely. She's adding some neat things to it, such as particular rock formations. There's a little bug flying around. Scott fixed the table, which is super. It needs to be stained once it dries out, but maybe that won't happen for a while. Let's see. I think that's it other than what Karen observed. That's pretty much it for Crane Brook. Oh, I forgot. I have all kinds of, can you see that? Bird's nests. I did a
Okay,
little,
those, where did you get those? My goodness, did you make them?
no, I did some research, and so there, I did a little bit of research and then some pictures, and these are all gonna be posted on the kiosk, along with some background about Crane Brook and bird sighting that we've had on Crane Brook that Mav orchestrated, and our ethics, and a little bit about open upland communities and wetlands, of which Crane Brook has both of. So Amanda kindly laminated them so they'll even be more weatherproof. And I'll put those up in the next few days. But they're kind of cool. This is the chimney Swift.
And those are sticks.
Yeah.
And it says they glued together with the saliva?
Yeah. And sometimes there's a soup made that's considered a delicacy of that saliva, or from the nest.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Ooh.
Yes. Going back to the placement of the walkway,
Mm-hmm.
I would hope that Brad would be there so he can tell us where the setback is from the trail.
Okay,
I mean, if he needs to mark it,
all right.
yeah, that's sort of important.
All right.
And then if you, and then,
I got a really nice
Yeah.
map from Brad that was helpful to Marcy. But here it's a Vermont government. So it's got all the measurements. Can you all see that? Whatever. Oh,
well, we can't because, oh, I have to take the,
right.
Wait.
Move Scott back.
wait a minute, yeah, Scott, I gotta, click here. Excuse, is that what I do to get? Yes. Okay,
Anyway, this is a great map that is with the government.
okay, if you just hold it, it's gonna show up, I think. And this, yeah, and, oops,
Can't get it close up, but it
No.
shows property ownership, distances, setbacks, the trail, the existing or semi-existing trails on Crane Brook.
oh, that's good.
Yeah, if you want one, you can have one.
Oh, I would. I probably, thank you.
Yeah, two more.
Wow, lovely.
So that was really helpful to have and sit down with Brad to look at it together.
Yeah, it is beautiful. I guess this doesn't make it any different either, but, yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's really, interesting. And how much of a notice do you have or help with placing,
It's been a quiet conversation ever since
Yeah.
Brad and I talked about it. So I imagine, maybe they're gonna be plowing snow now. I don't know, but it's not top on priority list for the crew to do. It might have to be an afternoon, probably not a weekend. And I can check in again with Brad, but
it shouldn't take very long, and I almost wish we had just done it when it arrived, but in the back of my mind, I knew that we needed to have a setback, and I'd rather, I mean, we just have to have it off the trail.
yeah, and I don't get from Brad or from his conversation with Russ, anything about a concern for it not being okay to put it in there. But you have had an experience, which I imagine you're gonna speak to, since Brad and I talked.
Well, with the experience with the other walk, we were careful to put it.
Do they know what you saw?
Oh, no, I don't think they do. I just sent it to you actually and Brad.
Right.
And Brad hasn't looked at it. Well, he did look at it, but he couldn't pull it up. He's having computer problems, I guess. That's what he told me today. But with the other walkway that's now gone missing, it met the requirements for setback, development review board requirements that we have to do.
So
Yeah.
explain to both
Yeah.
those two other folks what you saw, just
Yeah.
because I think it's helpful for them.
I will, and I thought I actually sent them the photos, which I can do. So I, last Thursday, not last Thursday, the week before, I walked with 3 other friends, and it was my turn to look at the Crane Brook again. I think I signed up to look at it for November, but that was okay, it was close. It was the 30th of October. And we walked the whole rim trail and came down, and then they wanted to go up to where the beaver ponds were and where the Crane Brook crosses the trail, which we did. It was a little muddy, but it was so beautiful and mystical.
Mm.
And then you get to, of course, the signage on the right-hand side of the trail. And then as you walk, though, there are a couple signs, and there are signs now as you continue towards Irish settlement, which we did, that basically say that it is a private. I'll give you the words in the. It says here. I have my pictures, photos. Oh, it says no trespassing, no bicycling due to the Brewster River causing issues. So there are those signs. And then there are signs that say private road, no access, no outlet, no parking, and no trespassing. And there are 3 or 4 of them along that trail from approximately where you the brook crosses, the Crane Brook crosses from the pond all the way down to Irish settlement. And I was with somebody that had been biking with her son, and they were approaching from the Fuller Road side, and they turned back because they saw those signs and they thought they'd be arrested for being on private property.
Mm.
So
Those are all new, actually, the last few months or so, I think, because I've been through there and they weren't there.
yeah, I didn't think they were, so I thought they were new. And the other thing that I saw was that the culverts, some of the old, but then the other black colored ones, those had been taken up and piled alongside the road, and there were about 2 or 3 places where the culverts had been taken out, which means that the water, if it doesn't go through that one area that crosses, it starts to rise. And the water now is very, very high, up to the road level in places. Not the road, the trail level. Then further down, once again, the Crane Brook conservation sign has been taken down. And yeah, the other thing is with those signage, in addition to the private roads, no trail access. This is not a public playground. So these are other signs that are on the trails. And then the Crane Brook Conservation, there's a green, there's one at the beginning on the new road side, and there's one as you start up Fuller Road, and that is now down again on the ground. So I don't know if
The Fuller Road one is down, or the new road?
Fuller Road one is down. Yeah, so.
So I've never been that far up, like to the connecting point to Fuller Road. Is that, so we're talking about like where the boulders kind of used to be in front of the kiosk, going straight up like the actual old road?
Well, that's new road, the new road side, and then you go straight up the road. And at a certain point, it stops being called the Crane Brook Trail and it becomes Fuller Road.
Okay.
Okay, and Fuller Road ends at the intersection with Irish Settlement.
So the signage is not related to the road itself, it's related to the land beside the road, or? but it maybe is misleading people to think that the road itself is not available to the public.
Oh, you mean the keep out and the private?
Yeah.
road? Yes, it's misleading. And it doesn't, I mean, it's misleading. And so Brad has asked me if those signs were on the Crane Brook property or were they on private owner's property? And I said, well, if the private owner owns some of what's on the going north left side, I don't know where the boundaries are. You know, that's one thing. So
Doesn't Roy Dunphy own that land now? That abuts up to the Fuller Road?
it does, but the signs aren't on Roy's property.
Oh,
Yeah. At least I don't think they are. He does own land that abuts there, but I think that signage stops before it gets to Roy's.
oh, okay.
It's more up through some of the maple sugar operations as well, but, so that's the current state.
Well, I thought we were all sort of okay with the understanding of boundaries and land and who owns what. It sounds to me like the personality is the culprit or the thorn in our sides. And I sort of wonder if, I know we're being recorded, but I wonder if we sort of don't stir the pot, if we're better off not stirring the pot.
That's possible. I said, Brad, if you could tell us where the town properties, boundaries were, that would be really helpful, just for us to know. But just as long as people can have access, I think that's fine.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the person that we have in charge of the United States right now. They're very happy to intimidate as much as possible.
Well, and looking at the parcel viewer online, yeah, the roads aren't owned by anyone. Fuller and New Road are all, you know, they're public land according to the Vermont parcel viewer.
Oh, this does not show the upper property, the northern, there are two, Crane Brook is that big chunk, the district, but then there are two smaller chunks further up as you're approaching on Fuller Road, Irish settlement. It's wetland that is magnificent and beautiful. And when Ethan saw it, he said it's so pristine, it should never be disturbed. It is truly beautiful. So it's not, but it's not on what I'm looking at, the 911 viewer. The chunk that I have doesn't show it on this map. Yeah. But you can, if you're pulling up the viewer and you go north a little bit, you'll see Fuller property, and then there's another owner. Fuller's on the right going north, and then there's another owner as well, and then a third owner very close to the intersection on the right. But the wetlands are on the left.
The road itself is characterized as a road, unowned. It should be public access.
Well, it was a long time ago. It was an alternative to Irish settlement, a long time ago. Like,
Google still tried to get me through there one time.
yeah, some people go through with trucks and things now, but it used to be a good road to take during mud season, because Irish settlement has improved greatly during mud season, but it used to be terrible. Yeah, the road crew's done a great job making it a better place to drive on. But yeah, and it's a flat area. It's a very flat land. Goes through wet areas. So, but it is magnificent there, and I certainly hope people use that area just to walk through. And it's a little hard to bike through now. Where the brook crosses, it's gotten larger.
Sure has.
Yeah, it used to be a smaller. You knew you were going to do it, but you really have to pump to get through. So, yeah, I'm very excited though about having a map that Marcy's been working on, and then hopefully we'll get that walkway down. And the other walkway that was sort of after you cross that, where the brook used to flow, going north, now has totally disappeared. So, no, nothing. But anyway, so, in terms of the next item, the fall winter programs, I spoke with Brad about the forgiveness moon ceremony and having it across from the town hall. And he doesn't see that it's going to be a problem, but he will put it on the agenda for November 20th for the select board, just as, advising them, and
Oh, good.
yeah. And he also thinks that they might have like a portable fire pit or something up at the town garage or somewhere. And so we'll sort of look around for that. So I think that's,
So what's, do we have a specific date? I don't remember.
we don't have a date. Patrick couldn't, he couldn't recall if it was, when it was, but looking it up today, it is around the full moon.
Oh,
And the full moon would be something like January 3rd.
oh, I don't know.
A full moon for that date is, hey Siri, when is the full moon in January 2026?
The full moon in January 2026 will occur on the 3rd. This answer is from Starwalk Space.
Thanks, Siri. Yeah, so it'll be January 3rd, and I think that is a Saturday. Maybe it's a Friday. I just want to check and see, but yes, it's a Saturday. So sort of late in the afternoon, or might be a good thing. And I'm sorry Pat isn't on call with us tonight.
Yeah. Okay, so the catch with that is to get it firmed up with a date so that we can share the news.
Yes. Yes, and so the plan will be, select board will bless it, hopefully, on the 20th. I'll talk to Patrick. I'll text him tomorrow or tonight. No, tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And make sure that that date is going to work. And then the other thing that I haven't done yet, because is see if maybe the rec committee would like to do something at the same time down there, because there'll be skating. Maybe they could have sort of I don't think the forgiveness moon is a solemn thing. I think it's a celebratory. What is your take on that?
I don't really know. I know that there is going to be, the rec committee's doing an auction to make available some funds to help with Tomasi Meadow grooming and possibly lights if the community says yes to lights for that area. And I know they always have that sliding hot chocolate party, but I don't know about the moon ceremony at all. Only what Patrick's told us.
Yeah, I think we'll have time because we'll have that information by definitely maybe within 2 weeks. We can sort of email about it, I would think, yeah. Very exciting. And I think I put down iNaturalist workshop, but I think you've already talked,
We have a definite for that. A couple of interesting pieces. We have a place, the Deborah Rawson Library, in March 3rd.
Oh, wow.
From 5:30 to 7:30. That would give both of them time to chat, and there'll be a little social afterwards and questions and answers. And I had asked Mav to come up with an idea for a title, and they have. It's neat, and I haven't responded to her, but it basically is nature together, discovering our backyards through community science, using iNaturalist, eBird, and Merlin to explore the natural world, presented by the Underhill Conservation Commission and the Deborah Rawson Library.
I didn't catch all of that, but
I
I'm
can
sure.
send it to you.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm sure Laurie caught it.
Did you get?
No.
I think,
Yeah.
Oh, I'll send it to both of you, I guess, or all of you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. I caught
Okay.
most of it though. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting.
And the program manager is very excited. And
March 3rd, a Tuesday.
we had talked possibly about bringing in the Jericho Conservation Commission. I don't know if that's necessary. I think it's something we can really advertise with the help of the library and our own kind of thing. Our own social media stuff, but thoughts on bringing in the Jericho Community or Conservation Commission?
I think that we can invite them. That'd be, yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Do you, yeah. Yeah.
But we don't have to necessarily be hosting with them.
Well, I think we can be all
Okay.
hosty and hospitable.
So that's that, and Lori might be on a commission for creation of posters probably, but we'll figure something out for getting some information out in February. And that's what I have on that. I did follow up on the tour of CSWD, and apparently at this point there are no tours of the recycle facility. A compost is possible in April. And I have the contact for either of those two things. I guess they just don't have a tour, but she was interested in doing something with us possibly in the spring.
So composting means that,
That's something that's already been available, right?
right, well, Dan would do that, yeah, but if we could do something, can they do something with Dan or not?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe not. I mean,
I have to know if Dan's interested in doing that, probably. I could,
yeah, he was very interested in doing it in the fall, but we couldn't get a date, really.
well, maybe this winter is not the best time to do it, right?
Yeah, no,
Or composting,
no, I don't think it's a good time in the winter. Well, personally, I don't
yeah,
think, yeah, in the spring would
okay.
be good.
All right. Another thing that we didn't talk about adjustments to the agenda, but there's, two things that I have a question about before we go on to approving the minutes and so forth. One is, no results so far on the great membership plea that we, thanks to Lori, have put together.
Oh, that poster is lovely.
Mhm. But I think it needs to continue to be put out there. You put it on Instagram and the, Front Porch Forum, or not Front Porch Forum, but, Facebook page, right?
I don't know if it went out on Facebook.
I can put it out on Facebook. If I can copy it off Instagram.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'll send it again, I think it was a PDF or a JPEG or something. I had two different
Yeah.
files for whatever worked better.
Yeah, I can put. I'll
Post it
put it
here
on-
and you have more name recognition than I do.
Yeah, I can do that on Facebook for town of residents of Underhill and Underhill residents, and
Yeah,
actually the town of Underhill has a Facebook page now. So I'll ask, Amanda is the one that does that.
okay.
So,
Super.
yeah.
Is it
and
printed,
maybe-
is it out there in the town hall, in the main hallway
Yes.
there?
Yeah, and I put a bunch around Poorhouse Pies,
Oh, good.
Bank, the market, Cedric's, all
Oh,
kinds of. Yeah,
Yeah,
so, we'll just have to keep working at it, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know what to do, but, and the other thing is, I sent out to you, I'm not sure you've received it yet, and I tried it earlier. 2 photographs I took of the planting that Amy had done with, Ann Lind. I guess I didn't, before I could get there, they'd already finished it, so, the planting's been done. There are 2 photographs that I sent, and, you can see it, it's really great, they're flagged. They're probably covered in white right now. But I wondered, that's at Tomasi Meadow, and I feel like, I've thanked Amy, but I wonder if we as a commission might thank her, for doing that, because it was really,
I think we should.
she came to us to make it happen, and, I don't know if that's a email or a card or whatever, but, it felt like it might really be best to come from you.
Sure, I can do that.
Okay,
Maybe I should send a card.
you think?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a little more like
Yeah,
personal.
Yeah.
Or.
I'll
that'd be
send a card to her.
Great.
Yeah. She didn't have the best weather. The weather was not cooperating at all. Yeah. But,
Yeah, so I think, I'm sorry that I interrupted all that, but, it felt important to do. And that's all I have as far as any.
that's,
Oh, one other thing. Speaking of membership, I caught Mim, who was here with us last month, and asked her if she'd be interested in becoming a member, and she said no, but she'd love to be a resource on the outside if we ever needed her on plant botany types of things. She said she would not be a very responsible attendee, but was honored to be asked.
Yeah, I sent them a thank you email and asked them if they'd be interested in joining. Not crickets. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, here. Okay, I'm just gonna forward these to Laurie and Scott.
What's that?
Well, it's the photos, some of the photos from Crane Brook.
Oh, I think I already did
Oh, you sent them,
while we were talking,
oh,
but go ahead.
okay. I'm not sending it, doing anything, but I think you have, yeah.
Okay.
I actually thought that you might want, that reason I didn't forward them to everybody is I thought you and I might want to go and look at them again, but
That's what I think we should not to.
yeah, not do. All right. Yeah. Okay.
But that's my opinion.
Yeah, I think that that's probably good since things are all quiet on the, on other fronts at the moment. So, yeah, so, the minutes. Let me pull up the minutes on my. Here they are. So, let's see, is there, has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes and review them? Will someone make a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
And then I need a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, so is there some discussion about the minutes? I think they're very, very good every time.
Mm-hmm.
I've looked, yeah, captured the Drew's presentation and the programs, and I rely on these minutes. To do the agendas.
Yeah. They're very helpful.
They are very helpful. And anyway, anyone have any discussion about the minutes? Is there more discussion besides they are very helpful? Well done, no?
Wherever.
All in favor of approving the minutes as written?
Aye.
Aye. Scott?
Aye.
Can you raise your hand if you approve? Ah, thank you. All right, the minutes pass. And then the last thing is, it's not there, but next agenda, next meeting. So the next meeting is going to be something like December 8th. Are people able to come on the 8th? It's getting to be sort of busy, yes. Then the items that we'll talk about will be Forgiveness Moon.
Cloud just went by.
Oh my gosh, really? Wow, I heard it. Yeah. Forgiveness Moon, other items.
Well, maybe I don't know. I don't have anything.
Yeah, well, maybe, what we can do is, if it's a go for Forgiveness Moon, which I hope it is, we can just sort of do it by email, we could do the planning,
Okay.
yeah, of that. And then, if we don't have some, pressing things, we could probably take them December and 8th off.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be sort of a standby kind of thing, okay? Does that work? Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, are we doing anything with the 5-year plan and all that stuff?
Well, we haven't done it, we should be doing something. I mean, what we're focusing on is,
Outreach and education.
and, yeah, the education projects, I mean, and, so we haven't released, I got one.
Oh gee, I think I have about 10 copies of this.
Yeah, so we haven't been doing any, we did the logo. We're working on educational programs. We got the tick viruses right there. We had the bird outing, the illness, the eye naturalist. Those are all shop. And we focus some more on invasive species. Well, we did have the Drews come. We haven't done scavenger or anything with open land or roadside issues. And what other things? Oh, yeah, so we're working on 11. I wish I had this to send out. I wonder if that can print and send to me at some point. I'll talk to Amanda about getting this to you guys, to Scott and Lori. Okay. I have hard copies, but, okay. Well, so, all right, I guess, is there a motion to adjourn?
Scott, would you kindly send me your correct email address, please, at some point? I think sometimes it keeps coming back to me.
The ones you just sent came through, but I will.
Okay, good. All right, I'm glad. Then I'm all set.
It has the 555, but Gmail spelled wrong, I think, is what the one, that doesn't go. Yes, all right.
So I move that the meeting be adjourned at 7:37.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for coming, and
Do we have to vote on that or whatever?
all in favor? My attention just slipped when they said snowplow, and I'm going, oh no.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so thank you very much, though, for being here tonight, and Betsy for coming out on a snowy evening, and Scott for your wonderful presentation.
Yes.
And always Laurie's excellent minutes and comments. Thank you. All right. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.